फिजियोलॉजी इज स्टडी ऑफ नॉर्मल फंक्शन और उसको जानने के लिए हमें सेल को जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है। सेल इज स्ट्रक्चरल एंड फंक्शनल यूनिट ऑफ द बॉडी। Cell is made up of mainly cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now let's see cell membrane. First of all, there is lipid bilayer in the cell membrane which is having phospholipid and cholesterol. This lipid layer only allows fat soluble substances to pass through it like oxygen, carbon dioxide and alcohol. It does not allow the water soluble elements. Now we are moving to protein layer. Protein layer covers the two surfaces of central lipid layer. It is of two types, integral or transmembrane proteins, peripheral or extrinsic proteins. Protein layer provides structural integrity, helps in diffusion of water soluble substances like glucose and electrolytes, helps in transport of substances across cell membrane by active or passive transport. They act as pump. They provide receptor site for hormones and neurotransmitters. Some proteins act as antigen and induce antibody production. Some proteins act as enzymes and control metabolic reaction, and they provide attachment of cells to neighbor cells. Carbohydrates are attached to proteins or lipids. They are negatively charged and do not allow the movement of negatively charged substances. Thus, the cell membrane protects the cytoplasm and organelles. They absorb nutrients, they excrete the waste products, they help in exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, and helps in maintenance of shape and size of the cell. Now we see other organelles of the cell. So this is endoplasmic reticulum. It is of two types, rough and smooth. Rough appearance is due to attachment of ribosomes. It helps in synthesis of new proteins and degradation of worn out organelles. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in synthesis of lipid substances like cholesterol and steroids and helps in catabolism and detoxification of toxic substances. The Golgi apparatus, which is having cis phase and trans phase. Glycoproteins and lipids are processed here. They are packaged in form of secretory granules, vesicles and lysosomes and transported in the cells or out of the cells. Lysosomes. So lysosomes are derived from Golgi apparatus. It is having thickest covering membranes. It is of two types, primary which is inactive form, secondary which is an active form. Now, lysosomes is having so many hydrolytic enzymes like proteases, lipases, amylases and nucleases. Now, lysosome is known as garbage system of the cell because it helps in degradation of macromolecules of worn out organelles, and in association with immune system it does the secretory functions. Now we will see mitochondria. Mitochondria contains outer and inner membranes. Outer membrane is smooth and contains enzymes like acetyl coenzyme A synthetase, glycerophosphate, acetyl transferase. Inner membrane is folded in the form of inward projections known as cristae, which contains many enzymes which are involved in respiration and synthesis of adenosine triphosphate. These enzymes are known as respiratory chain. Mitochondria are concerned with production of energy. They are known as powerhouse of the cell. The energy is produced during oxidation of digested food particles. Mitochondria synthesize the ATP. The respiratory chain is responsible for synthesis of ATP by using the energy by oxidative phosphorylation. Now ribosomes. They are granular and small dot-like structure. They contain 35% of protein and 65% of RNA. Ribosomes can be attached to rough endoplasmic reticulum or they are scattered in the cytoplasm. They are known as protein factories. They are helping in the production of proteins. Cytoskeleton. It determines the shape of the cell and gives support to the cell. It is essential for cellular movements and response to external stimuli. It consists of three major protein components: microtubules, intermediate filaments, and microfilaments. Microtubules determines the shape of the cell and gives structural strength to the cell. They form spindle fibers which separates chromosomes during mitosis. They are responsible for movement of centrioles and cilia. The intermediate filaments helps to maintain the shape of the cell and they connect the adjacent cells through desmosomes. Microfilaments are made up of contractile proteins like actin and myosin. They give structural strength to the cell, provide resistance against pulling forces, and they are responsible for cellular movements like contractions, gliding, and partition of cytoplasm during mitosis. Now, the most prominent and largest cellular organelle, nucleus. It occupies about 10% of total cell volume. Cells with nucleus are known as eukaryotes. Cells without nucleus are known as prokaryotes. Nucleus is necessary for cell division. Most of the cells are mononucleated or uninucleated, means they are having only one nucleus. The cells like skeletal muscles having more than one nucleus, they are known as multinucleated cells. Now, nucleus is having nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromatin, and nucleolus. Nuclear membrane is double-layered structure. The outer layer is continuous with membrane of endoplasmic reticulum. It is porous in nature so that the nucleoplasm can communicate the cytoplasm. The nucleoplasm is a highly viscous fluid that forms the ground substance of nucleus. It surrounds the nucleolus and chromatin. Nucleolus is small round granules like structure. It contains one or more nuclei, contains RNA and some protein. This RNA is condensed to form the subunits of ribosomes. Now, chromatin. It is a thread-like material in the chromosome made up of large molecules of deoxyribonucleic acid. Now, the chromosomes are rod-shaped nuclear structure that carries a complete blueprint of hereditary characteristics of the species. A chromosome is formed from a single DNA molecule coiled around the histone molecules. Now, the chromosomes are visible only during the cell division. All the dividing cells of the body except reproductive cells contain 23 pairs, total 46 chromosomes. These cells are known as diploid cells. The reproductive cells known as gametes or sex cells contain 23 single chromosomes. These cells are known as haploid cells. In diploid cells, among 23 pairs, one pair is concerned with determining sex of the person. It is known as sex chromosome, in which one is X chromosome and the other is Y chromosome. Females have XX chromosomes, males have one X and one Y chromosomes. The remaining 22 pairs are known as autosomes. Nucleus controls the metabolism, protein synthesis, growth and reproduction of the cell. It helps in synthesis of RNA, formation of subunits of ribosomes. It sends the genetic information to the cytoplasm. It controls the cell division through genes and it stores the hereditary information in genes. DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a nucleic acid which carries the genetic information. It contains the instruction for the synthesis of proteins in the ribosomes. Gene is a part of DNA molecules. Now, structure. It is a double-stranded complex nucleic acid. Each DNA is made up of two polynucleotide chains which are twisted around one another in the form of double helix. The two chains are formed by one, sugar deoxyribose and second, phosphate. These two form the backbone of DNA molecule. Each chain of DNA molecule is made up of many nucleotides. Each nucleotide is formed by number 1 deoxyribose, number 2 phosphate, and number 3 one of the following organic nitrogenous bases: purine adenine, guanine, pyrimidines, thymine, and cytosine. Adenine of one side is binding with thymine of the opposite side, and the cytosine of one side is binding with guanine of the other side. RNA. It is a nucleic acid that contains a long chain of nucleotide units. It is similar to DNA, but it contains ribose instead of deoxyribose. It is formed from DNA. It has a single strand of polynucleotide which is formed by sugar ribose, phosphate, and one of the following organic bases: purines adenine and guanine, pyrimidines uracil and cytosine. The RNA is of three types: messenger RNA, which carries genetic code of the amino acid sequence for synthesis of proteins from DNA to cytoplasm; transfer RNA, which is responsible for decoding the genetic message present in messenger RNA; ribosomal RNA, which is present in ribosomes. It is responsible for assembly of proteins. Now, gene expression, which is the process by which the information encoded in the gene is converted into functional gene product that is used for protein synthesis. It involves two steps: transcription and translation. Transcription means copying. It involves formation of mRNA and copying information from DNA to mRNA. The mRNA enters the cytoplasm from the nucleus and activates the ribosome so protein synthesis can occur. Now, translation. A group of ribosomes gets attached to the mRNA. The sequence of codon in mRNA are exposed and recognized by the tRNA. Now, according to sequence of bases, different amino acids are carried out from cytoplasm to ribosomes, and with the help of rRNA, protein molecules are assembled.